Guys having a great and exceptional day. Another beautiful day to be alive. It's Monday, another start of the week, heading back home, Los Angeles, San Diego. Nothing but love, nothing but respect. SoCal. It's my first year going to Northern California this year. If you follow me, you know my experience wasn't the greatest, getting robbed. But still, Northern California is beautiful, but there's nothing like Southern California. So Southern California, all day, every day. SoCal over NorCal any day. But anyways, today's word of the day is clarity. Stands for the quality of being coherent, intelligible. For the sake of clarity, each of these strategies is dealt with separately. And the reason why I chose this word of the day is because I try to be clear when I speak, and a lot of times it gets on my nerves when people try to complicate the simple words that I say. So a great example, if I say, it's a beautiful day outside, the sun is shining. Some people will interpret that like, well, what do you mean it's a beautiful day? How is it a beautiful day? The sun's not, the sun's shining, but is it really shining? And then they just overanalyze and overthink a simple statement. And that a lot of times when one does that, that means it's fine in certain situations, but a lot of times it doesn't allow one to execute the things that they're trying to get done in life because they're too busy overanalyzing and overthinking things, and they're not over executing. I've learned to not speak about the things that I'm doing the most that much anymore unless I'm actually implementing it. If I'm not executing it, then what's the point of me continuously keep talking about it? I'm just dreaming at that point, So I leave it at that. Be as clear when it comes to what you want to do and what you want to say. Be as clear and straight to the point as possible. Don't try. Not everybody needs to sound like a scientist or a Sheldon from the show Big Bang Theory. All right. Today's quote of the day is by Joe Budden. I'm listening to. He's a guest on this other podcast right now. I've watched his podcast a couple of times, but I don't really I don't watch all of it, because I have my main people that I like to listen to. But he's a great rapper. I remember back when he came out when I first got out of high school, and he has a great podcast show. He's successful, so more power to him. I got nothing but love for everybody. But he said, I couldn't tell you what the standing is in radio. I'm in the streaming world. I'm in the podcasting world. Radio just sounds archaic almost. It's a never-ending battle. I'm so glad I'm retired so I don't have to see the nonsense. And that's the thing. Like when he stopped being a rapper, I noticed he got into the world of radio. I noticed that he was at one time, I believe, like I said, don't quote me on this, but I believe he was working for either TV1 or working for BET. Because I remember that's the time when he almost got into a fight with the Migos and whatnot. And he was, working for somebody, so he couldn't be as free in the things that he wanted to say and do like he does now, because he has his own podcast and his own streaming platform, which he's very successful at. So I get what he means by that, because regardless, a lot of people, you love your job, and nothing wrong with loving your job, but no matter who you work for, a lot of times you're not going to have the opportunity to have freedom of speech, because you can say what you want to do, but your employer has a right, because most states are right to work states. They have a right to say, hey, you're no longer needed here anymore, and they don't have to have a reason for it. So, I come from the state of Virginia. It's a right to work state. I'm in the state of California right now. It's a right to work state. As liberal as California is, it's still a right to work state where an employer does not have to give you a reason to let you go. So, be careful what you say. Be careful what you do on these on social media. Employer can look you up and like, oh, okay, we see what kind of person you are, and it's like, and hey, you're supposed to be who you want to be, but remember, there's consequences. So, sometimes not everything needs to be posted on social media, and that's one thing that if I haven't learned anything about all the trips I've taken in 2023, I love doing things that make me not want to be on social media. I spend enough time on social media, either making content, sharing some nonsense, or listening to something that's intelligent or entertaining. But I spend enough time doing it. And the thing is, I notice when I'm out of town, I'm not on social media as much, because I'm doing things that make me not want to be on social media. Like when I drove to San Diego on Saturday, I was barely on social media outside of listening to YouTube. But I wasn't scrolling Facebook or Instagram or TikTok or X, which used to be Twitter, because I was driving. So my mind was focused on the road, and I was enjoying the beautiful scenic route of the Pacific Coast Highway. So I leave it at that. You know what I mean? So Anyways, on that note, family, do great TV things. Like, share, and subscribe. Have a great day. And as I always say, make money moves or you're going to live bro like a fool. Take care.